How do you do, G-Pop crew? It's your naughty buddy Putty here, and welcome to 25 Days of Deadpool, guys. I am here with Johnny Donuts 777 over on Johnny Donuts 777. I'm also here with Campo over on RLG Cast. Links will be in the description below. But as you guys know, we've already started this. This is the first week of the 25 Days of Deadpool. You guys know I get excited for Deadpool. I get excited for anything Marvel related, pretty much, but especially this guy. So we're trying to add a video each day for you. This week you've gotten to see some of the Deadpool pinball, some of the introductions, and even some of the new music I've created. So a lot of stuff to go back to, and I will go ahead and link to those in the as well as the playlist of all those videos. But with that
I'm even wearing a Daredevil shirt.
yeah, see, he's all about some Daredevil. We're all about some Daredevil too. Which I forgot that I picked up the wrong one. I picked up the Valentine's Day one, but whatever. I've got like three.
Well,
shirts,
I clearly got the memo.
Is it a Blue Demon shirt?
It's actually Minoru Suzuki
Minoru Suzuki.
And
That'll
Batman,
come into play later tonight, Campo.
and Batman.
And Batman.
Anyway, but with that being said, we're gonna do today also the reason why I'm doing this today is also in Fortnite they are dropping the Weapon X skin with Wolverine as well as the I'm guessing a Deadpool skin, but there's literally gonna be a spot on the map for Weapon X itself. So it's gonna be pretty fun to see what they do with that and how they play with it. That being said, with the Magneto skin being revealed, so there's a lot of Marvel stuff going on over there. But I figured let's go ahead and actually talk about Weapon X by doing a tier list of the Weapon X characters. So there's not many here. I figured we'd go ahead and pick the main ones that people know. Some of these you guys might not know, but that is okay. I'll try to fill you in on who they are and where they're from. A lot of these characters have had also connections with Deadpool, some of them not. So we'll go ahead and get this started with that, with the first one being Chamber. Now, Chamber is a Generation X character. Not really as much to be said about it. Honestly, I think it's an interesting character as far as like his character design, but at the same time, I don't know what you guys think. If you even know the character enough.
Hold on. Don't cut this out. What are we ranking this? X, A, B, C, D, 0?
Okay, well, we can change it right now. We're doing it live.
We're
doing it live. We're doing it live.
Okay, so I didn't know what to put them in there, but I guess
keep
we should
X.
talk.
It's good. It was like weird because it's like, you know, when you watch it, look at a normal tier list, it's X, A, B, D, 0.
So I guess it should have been B, C, D at that.
No, it's too late. We're doing it live.
Well,
the D stands for dick.
I just kept what was in there, so I don't remember. I think because the S was up here, so I didn't think about it when I changed it.
No,
X
makes sense. It's just when you're so used to doing it with like the regular letter scheme, and then you look at it, you're like, okay, what just happened? 0.
It makes sense. I figured the 0 was. I couldn't think of anything outside that. I was gonna do, but I was doing it for the other tier list that we might be doing. So I didn't know what to do for the negative. I can't remember. I figured there's something
Not
0.
for
I can't remember.
$100.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's those are expensive. I don't know, like a B or a D, since there's no C.
D because I don't know who this guy is.
Oh, I have no idea who he is. Okay,
no.
I think I agree with you on the B, but based on everything else, I feel like there's gonna be much higher characters, of course, in this situation. So
I know Sabretooth, Wraith, Deadpool, and Wolverine.
Oh wow.
I think Chamber looks cool, I guess.
Yeah.
That's like the best thing he has
I
going.
thought it was Ghost Rider.
Did you really?
The new version of Ghost Rider, his bandana and over his face is what's flaming.
I'm noticing that this tier list is going to be interesting, especially with JD, because I thought maybe he knew a lot of these and everything. And now
I know some of them, but
okay. Well,
but on a side note, I bought the Kiss Kiss Bye Bye Great Muda of those same things.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyways, continuing on with our story here.
So
There's a side conversation happening.
So,
I wonder if Ringside has a Marufuji.
To check.
Okay,
go on.
So you gotta go from there. With that side, you guys just check out JD's channel. I'm sure they're gonna be able to fill you in if you don't understand it over on his end and everything. Because I definitely heard these names, but unfortunately, I don't watch it as much as they do. So, anyway, But that being said, okay, how about this? Do you want John? Do you know the next character, or am I taking it over still on this one?
You got to stay in charge. You're the tier
all right.
master.
I'll take. Okay, so the next character is Copycat. Now, again, same situation. JD, are you familiar with Copycat?
Yeah, I'm familiar with Copycat.
Okay, how about this? What do you think of Copycat in general?
She's a B, I guess, for me.
Campo?
I'm gonna go D. I think she's dog shit. That's what the D stands for.
So I kind of agree with Campo on this. I never really liked Copycat in general, even though she's not that bad of a character. I would put her behind Chamber for myself, but then at the same time, like, okay, Campo, since you said, actually, you know, I would you say low B? Would you? I mean, I don't think you even care, do you?
I think it's a D, right? Like a
put
hard
it in D, then, yeah.
Okay, I'm down for that. That's fine. All right. Next, we have Will.i.am. Character.
Well, based only on the fact that he was played by Will.i.am, it's a 0.
I mean, honestly, I really don't know much about this character in the comic book. I just know very little, and I know that I guess the casting made him look like the same character, which is very bad to say, I think, in a lot of ways. I agree. I think it's 0. JD, do you even know this character in the comic book?
Yeah, I know who Wraith is.
Yeah. And
I think in the original canon, wasn't he supposed to be Nightcrawler's dad?
I
think so, yeah.
Because he had that teleporting ability.
That's right. I mean, sure.
Yeah, but
isn't
he still
Nightcrawler's
sucks.
mom Mystique?
He still sucks.
Wait,
0.
hold on. How did he get a German accent?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, both of his parents are American?
It's not German. It could be South African because they have that type of like Dutch English accent.
It still makes no sense.
Okay.
All right.
He's like, I tried. Fucking tried.
Right.
That's all we can do.
Next is Silver Fox. If you'll remember her, actually, same thing, X-Men Origins Wolverine. She was in there as well.
She was Wolverine's girlfriend.
Exactly. Much better character in the comic books, I think.
Yes. They butchered her in the movie, but I mean in the comics she means a lot to Wolverine, so I'm guessing that's a B.
That's a high B.
I agree. I actually think it's ahead of Chamber. I think she's a very high profile character within all that canon. So, and with that being said, I randomized these. So here he comes. Where are we putting Deadpool?
0.
Okay, well, based on the fact that you're just gonna do whatever you want.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna.
In my mind, just as a comic book reader, he can't be higher than an A because he's just not that good of a character. Like it's not, and I say that with the reasoning of, if I don't find a way to talk you off a ledge, you'll just put this on. You would go higher than X. You'd make a new category and put it there.
Yeah.
Deadpool's fine. I like Deadpool, and I think he's really funny. But I just think going higher than an A, especially with the other people we have on this list, is you just can't.
So JD, you going A?
I agree with the A.
But if you want to put it in an X, it is your list, and I won't argue.
I can't trump it. The thing is, we talking other things. Yes, I went on the list. We'll see who else goes in next. We already know one that's going to go in X no matter what. So I will keep him there. Though everyone agrees, I would put him second on X as far as Weapon X. But I will take it, and then maybe adjustments later. But if not, I'll live with it. That's Anyway, next we said would be Sabretooth.
So I'll go first. This is a hard argument to make because, well, he is a good character and he's like the biggest foe of Wolverine. He also doesn't really talk much. So it's like, and his dialogue is always just like, "Are you mighty pirate boy?" But I think he's got to be an A. He's got either ahead or behind of Deadpool.
In terms of what he means to Wolverine, if we're doing this based on Wolverine, he's got to go ahead of Deadpool.
And also, like, iconism, like, that's the word, right? Like, he's iconic.
He's iconic, yeah.
He's over all the rest of the people that are currently on the list. I think he would be the second most iconic character, or the most of the people that are currently on the list. I know, Putty, you're not going to argue with an A, but it's like, where do you think it's better or worse than Deadpool?
So I'm gonna, I want to keep him behind Deadpool in that situation, because at least in this situation, I feel like Deadpool has way more, he's way more enjoyable. The only reason why Sabretooth is popular is because of Wolverine. If you take Wolverine out of that equation, there is no Sabretooth in my eyes.
Okay,
you get what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah,
at
but
least
what he
Deadpool
means, to the to the lore, means a lot more than
Cool.
than
In the
Deadpool
grand
does.
scheme, this is where this this is good. This will extend this video. Um, what he means to the universe of X-Men is something, but like with Deadpool, this is where I never got this. So yes, he's from Weapon X, right? Which directly
Mhm.
correlates to X-Men and Wolverine and all of that, but he's not almost in any way in his own comics part of X-Men or has anything to do with X-Men, especially in the period in the 2000s, like that 10-year gap between like 99 and 2010. I don't even think he ever crossed over with anyone X-Men until he
Yeah.
did the Kills the Marvel Universe. So that's what I always find weird. Like I know he has like connections to Weapon X and X Force, but like
Mhm.
what does Deadpool really have to do with X-Men? That he's always so entangled in that web of like,
Well, it's only based on one little story, the whole recruitment situation. You know what I mean? Like it was always just one of those things. 'Cause again, his connection to Deadpool is I mean not Deadpool to Wolverine is the major thing. Because remember, he got the genetics from Wolverine to get his healing factor. You know what I mean? He just got a way more high. I don't want to say a high tolerance, but like the regenerative abilities of like regrowthing and everything, and being able to make duplicates of himself, or even patching pieces of them together to make the evil Deadpool. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like he's just a really a really
Is
what's the word I'm looking
Wolverine's
for?
bastard child.
Pretty much,
basically.
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
All right, high
So
A.
I wanted low A, but I mean I
Okay,
guess
put
I
it
can't.
there. Put it behind him. That's fine. That doesn't
Okay,
make a difference.
Sorry.
okay. All right, so next is Wild Child, which of course is in correlation with Sabretooth. For those that don't know, Wild Child, I actually didn't know until I actually started doing this. I thought Wild Child just had a short run with um with just the whole Age of Apocalypse leading into it and everything, but I didn't know he had a whole backstory with Weapon X and everything. So that's the reason why I just
Yeah,
found
but it's
out
very short, so I put it right beside Copycat.
right beside Copycat. What about you, Campo?
Well, I mean, cooler than Copycat.
Really?
Well, I said right
Okay.
beside. I never said whether it was below
Copycat is the least cool person on this list.
Okay, Wraith
All right.
is, but
Well, Wraith is only Wraith is only rated where he is. I just want to state this for the fact because he was played by Will
why will I am?
That's like we're not even judging it on any other merit except that fact.
All right. So finally, I feel like we all know the answer to this one. There is Wolverine.
Yeah, that's an X.
Yeah.
All right. He is Weapon X. He's what created Weapon X. I will admit there wouldn't be a Deadpool without Wolverine. I mean,
There wouldn't be a lot of things. X-Men doesn't get the lifespan that it does.
Mhm.
The cartoons aren't as popular. The toys don't sell as much. The comics don't sell
The
as
games.
much. He kept between him and Spider-Man, they've kept Marvel's head above water for
In the
last
90s
25 years.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's the reason why they even look at it right now. I remember they're making the whole joke about possibly this movie. And again, I'm not saying it's happening. I'm just saying that whole rumor joke that people were just planting out there about how they were going to have Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, Wolverine, and then of course Tony Stark's Iron Man, because those are the three tentpoles of each one of the movies. You know, Spider-Man over in Sony Spider-Verse. When it comes to the Marvel actual MCU, it was Iron Man. Tony Stark's character, and then of course in X-Men would be Wolverine. Now I don't know if you would agree with that in the comic books as far as staple points, or like whatever you want to look at it. But at least I would say Spider-Man and Wolverine are those two, characters within both worlds, Avengers and X-Men, that are like the iconic leads in it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, and with that being said, I guess we don't need to say any more about that. As then next, the daughter of Wolverine, which is X-23.
Okay, like this is hard because like, do I like this character? Yeah. Is she like important? Yeah, but like also I don't care. She's like not like a character that I
she's not
enjoyed
a major
reading
character.
about. Yeah, and like her storyline is so dedicated to leeching off of Wolverine. It's like how Wolverine's son now is getting all that.
But yeah, he's getting a
Those
lot of
comics and stuff, but it's just
and
like
he's
his
not even on the
stories.
list.
Without Wolverine though, it's just there is no. She doesn't even exist. So
And
I would say it's a B.
B. What about you, JD?
Yeah, I'd put her right near between Silver Fox and Chamber there.
Oh, really? Between I thought maybe better. Well, no, I guess you're right. Because Silver Fox does have way more um growth and character development with Wolverine than X-23. Even at this point, I feel like,
The
or at least in what.
X-23 thing, this is where it happens, right? It's from that era of Marvel where they were slowing down, and it's like every other company has done this too. And they needed a new cash cow, so they just started creating a lot of random characters that were related to other characters. And
That's
there
how
wasn't like a
Legion
lot
came.
of
That's how Legion came about.
exactly
Yeah.
right. There was not a lot of thought process went into this. It's all nowadays because we've had this character for years. Writers have come along and put their spin on it and giving them deep backstories. But like in the beginning, this was just like it's a thing with claws, Wolverine. Look, and you're like, oh, Lady Deathstrike.
Which I
Yeah,
still,
she's not even on the list.
Hey, come on, we don't need everybody.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. When I was making,
But I mean, if you had
X
X-23, you could have put at least Dakin.
Yeah, I saw. Okay, so I was thinking about that one too, but then I got lost because there's so many other ones that were like there was one that was Native, that was one of the ones that I saw pop up, which I was like, dude, no one knows who Native is. Lady District, I totally did forget about that one. I will admit. But there were a few other ones. I'm like, do people even know who these people are? You know what I mean? Like I felt Chamber was like the lowest form on the lowest, but then like the highest between all.
I love that Marvel made a character called Native. It's like, do you see the new character they're coming out with? His name's Chinese. Like what? Like,
oh, it's bad.
Italian. Okay. Watch out.
All right, next is
He looks like Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, he does that chef hat. Okay, sorry.
It's okay. So next we have Marrow. So Marrow had I feel like she's had a short run in the comic books. The only way you can see her in the movies is they show her briefly in the first Deadpool movie in the background. She's being, I guess tested on, if you want to look at it that way. So that's our only appearance in Marrow. And then we got Marrow. Didn't we get Marrow in one of the cartoons?
I don't think so.
I can't remember if we did or not. Now, I will say this for me. I think Marrow is such a cool character because she's visually and like aggressively, she's like I guess a very much a female Wolverine, where she's like very prone to anger. But as far as her story, it feels like they kept way too much mystery behind her outside.
Are they
of, like,
talking about the Wild Man Mark Merrill?
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Johnny B. Bad.
Johnny B. Bad.
So my point is, where would you guys put this character?
Bottom of D.
I was gonna say top of D.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Top of D, bottom of B. Since there's no C, it would be top of D.
And then last, but certainly not least, Sauron. Now, Sauron, we're used to him being part of the Savage Lands. He's a major
Sauron of Lord of the Rings fame.
Yes. He has a Plantier and knows how to see through the eye of Sauron.
He also, his son is Petrie. Little known fact. Petrie from the Land Before Time movies.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. I was thinking of something else when you said that. So where we put, I mean, I would at least say ahead of Chamber. I mean, he has more
it's
story.
A pretty popular, iconic character.
He's well known. I'd give him that. Yeah, I would put him ahead of Chamber.
What about X-23? Behind or ahead?
I don't know about that. Maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Honestly, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I agree with you guys on the whole X-23 thing. Like, I still to this day, because we talk about the claws and everything, and there's the whole thing about, his claws go into his arm. So, like, okay, same thing with her. But then I'm like, how does it work when she's standing and her claws go back into her feet? Do they bend and go up into her leg? Like, if there's no science. I know I'm trying to pick science from comic books,
but how could they bend? Because they're made out of adamantium, which is like the strongest metal.
Point. So then, like, that's what I'm saying. Does she have to bend her foot and then bring the blade
Let's not bring logic into this, or else we could be here all night.
I mean,
because like Wolverine's claws have the curve right on his hands.
Yeah.
But it's also curved the wrong way.
Yes.
But see, we can at least say, okay, there's the curve here, so it goes in between the bones. You got the blade on one side, blade on the other side, and the blade goes between the two bones here. But then for her, it's like, at least that you have to.
No, you know what though? It's gotta be something to do with like just their infinite healing factor. So they just have like her feet would just be fucked up.
I'm just wondering, like, what the situation.
I got a huge spider on my ring light. Just keep talking. I'm gonna kill a spider here.
That's gonna be. Well, you know, what? He could have gotten radioactive spider powers with that one.
Do not delete any of this scream. All right,
we're doing it live.
Boy, okay,
that was hilarious.
All right,
but you know,
I was wearing pants though, right? Like.
I wasn't looking.
This time at least. I was hoping you were going to sign up with just no pants on.
So there's the tier list. Now I want to say one thing. I've noticed with a lot of our tier lists lately, it's drawing to be a pyramid every single time. B or the middle segment is always poking out a lot more than the outside areas, like as far as like character development or character, picking, I guess you could say. I totally agree with this.
If you turn it sideways, it looks like a middle finger.
Yeah, pretty much. A middle finger with, yeah, exactly. We just need one more digit because it looks like it's kind of folded. So he's like, I'm trying and attempting to give it to him, but I can't give it.
Yeah, I mean, all depends on which way you're looking at it because the index finger is kind of longer than the ring finger.
It makes sense. But there you guys have it. If you guys think this was a good tier list, I mean, again, there coming a lot more development to it. I do agree, but unfortunately, it was a quick throw together, and there's no tier list like this out there. Unfortunately, people haven't made it. But if you guys agree, make sure you drop a comment. Tell us, hey, I don't agree with this. You should have moved this person here, that kind of thing. If you guys have any other ideas for tier lists while we're in the 25 Days of Deadpool that maybe we can shoot before the movie comes out, make sure you comment below. Check out their channels, guys. I'm sure we're gonna have more content when it comes closer to Deadpool Wolverine.
And less spiders.
Yeah, and less spiders. Well, again, if we come back and JD is now, web slinging and doing superhero stuff, we know it was a radioactive spider and he did get abilities, but we'll have to keep it secret too. So, I might have,
With me, it'll be more like the Fly, and I'll just turn into like.
Wait, hold on. Do you have a copy of Office Space behind you?
Oh yes. Okay, so these are cool. Walmart, and since we're in the Deadpool phase, Walmart released these versions where they actually have covers of Deadpool on the different versions of them. So I've got Office Space. This one is probably one of my favorites. It's Fight Club.
No, Office Space is the best one.
Oh no, it still gets more. I still have more.
Have you seen my stapler?
Yeah. How many fucking copies of Deadpool did you buy?
There's this one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then I've got the 28. I got 28 Days Later with the chopping up the arm, but he actually gives a thumbs up and has his arm like chopped off in the foreground, which that's down there below. I'm not going to go digging for it, but they did like I think 50 of these. I only grabbed 4, but they did Predator. Every single 20th Century Fox movie, they basically did a cover. It's basically their movie, just a slip cover, but they did movies of every single character, every single big Fox movie.
At least it's on the actual case.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's basically, it even says on the back, I wish I was in this movie, but I am not. So
nice.
There you go. Yeah. So of course, when it's Deadpool, you know me, I collected. I thought those were funny, but yeah, that kind of got sidetracked. But either way, guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Again, this has been 25 Days of Deadpool. I hope you guys enjoyed it so far. We still have a couple more weeks to go and everything, and then we're going to do the big review and everything. So there will be more tier lists. There will be more podcasts for this. So make sure you guys subscribe. Again, check out their channels. Description below. I will leave links also at the end of this video as well. And as always, I'm Putty with the G-Pot crew. And you know we do. We do Deadpool videos and Marvel shit too.
Yabba dabba
do. I'll see you there too.